halfway to 200, between 100 and 200, because we have episode number 150 today. Hard to believe, but yep, that's something. Episode number 150, and it's been about 3 years since I've been WCTV, and boy, oh boy, it's been a lot of fun. But you know what? It's also a lot of fun talking sports, because let's get this show on the road, starting off with the Guardians, because why not? That guy, Tristan McKenzie, he's a cool guy. Let's look. I have the wrong outline on my phone. This Swansea thing. There we go. He has 3 wins, which leads the Guardians with Nick Sandlin. 2.70 ERA also leads Cleveland. And a .9 whip also leads Cleveland. Jose leads us in average, which was at least 287. Home runs with at least 11. And 43, or with 11 now, and 43. Time to look at the series recaps. Well, there haven't been too many series for the Guardians, or not too many games really because of bad weather. First things first, Guardians-Reds. We got swept to the Reds. How do you get swept to the Reds? Tyler Naquin in a home run game 2, and the Reds scored 3 runs in the 8th inning of game 2. Then the Guardians against the Tigers. That was a split series at 1 game apiece. Jose had a triple, home run, 3 RBIs in, game 1. Ahmed Rosario, a 2 RBI game in game 1. And then in game 2, Javier Baez hit a home run, and Miguel Cabrera hit an RBI as well. Of course, Miguel Cabrera is indeed a Hall of Famer. I'm pretty sure most folks know that by now. And of course, we'll see what happens here. Jose Ramirez, yes sir. Jose Ramirez is indeed going to be a future Hall of Famer. He'll go in as a Guardian because why not? He is so good at baseball. And Guardians, Astros, of course, he had a big game, big set of 2 games really, as we are currently split 1 apiece. He had a double home run in game 1, not to mention 4 RBIs. And Tristan McKenzie, that guy right there, 7 innings and 3 hits in game 1, and in game 2 it was more the same from Jose Ramirez, who went 2 for 4, hit his 11th home run of the season. He leads the entire MLB in RBIs with 43 now, and by the way, his average is at 293. And get this, an OPS of 1.012 for Jose Ramirez. I keep on saying it, Jose Ramirez is not only just an all-star, not only is he going to be an MVP, he might find himself in Cooperstown soon. He has just been that darn good. Man, oh man, so hard to believe, so hard to believe. It was also hard to believe, well, somewhat easy to believe considering the fact that the Guardians aren't really the best team, really. They lost to Houston, which included Yordan Alvarez RBI, Kyle Tucker hit a home run as well. Houston put up 4 runs in the 5th inning of game 2, and tonight we play our 3rd game, hoping to win the series against Houston. How great would that be if we win the series against Houston? That would be huge. I'm just saying. That would be huge. There's Jose showing his glove. And now time for the NASCAR All-Star race because, well, why not? Let's look at the NASCAR All-Star race where Ryan Blaney won it, got $1 million for it. It was 140 laps long in Texas, and 24 racers were at the, and as you can tell, the stages are very small in that case, very short. Kyle Larson lost the time on lap 36, big crash on lap 48, which brought out the red flag on lap 49. Christopher Bell hit the wall about halfway through the race. Eric Jones spun out on lap 105. Race went to overtime. It was a crazy ending. Next week, you know what next week is, folks? It's the Coca-Cola 600, which is one of the most exciting races out there. Same day as the Indy 500. I personally find the Coke 600 to be better because it's NASCAR, but that's just me, of course. Sunday afternoon, that's Indy 500. Later on that night in Charlotte, Coke 600. That will be fun. We'll see what happens in Charlotte, where the NASCAR Hall of Fame is. It's a pretty cool place, my friends. Now that we did that, let's look at the NBA, because why not? And I keep on saying because why not, but you know what? Why not? First things first, the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, Western Conference Finals, why not? Warriors are up 3-1, where Steph Curry had 21 points and 12 rebounds in Game 1. Jordan Poole, 23 points and 23 points in Game 2. Andrew Wiggins, 27 points, 11 rebounds in Game 3. And last night was Game 4. Dallas stayed alive. Luka Doncic, 1 assist shy of a triple-double in Game 4 in a 119-109 win. And now the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5's tonight. Series is currently knotted up at 2. That was Game 4, one of the saddest starts I have ever seen in a basketball game. Because in Game 4, it took the Heat over 8 minutes to get their first field goal. Yeah, to get their first converted shot. Yeah, they did get 1 point, however. It was on a free throw. But look at this. Once it shows like 4 minutes to go and it's still 1 point for Miami, that is not an exaggeration. I couldn't believe it. Boston took advantage of that, never looked back, and they have forced a, game, or at least Game 6. Jason Tatum had 27 points in Game 2. Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown also had 24 points each in Game 2. Heat were up by 26 in Game 3. I really thought that Boston was going to come back to win it, but instead it was a good job by Miami to prevent the Boston comeback and make it 2-1. And, of course, we tapped on Game 4 and what's been a fun and wacky series so far. That is definitely an understatement. But, yeah, blowout in games that won by Boston, but close ones in games won by Miami. So that's definitely been the story. Game 5, of course, is tonight. I have a feeling that it's probably going to be Boston Golden State. I just had that feeling. I feel like, of course, the Eastern Conference Finals are way more entertaining and way more thrilling than the Western Conference Finals, where Golden State's up 3-0 unless they choke away a 3-0 lead. Of course, they are capable of choking leads, as we know. They blew a 3-1 lead in the 2016 NBA Finals, as we all know, the greatest moment in the history of sports. And so, well, episode number 150, I've covered everything, and we barely got through 10 minutes of this show. Checking my calendar, of course, tomorrow's the last day of school for me, which is going to be graduation practice. And then May 28th is graduation. Hard to believe. My graduation party is June 3rd, but I'm not going to say that. June 3rd is also McLaughlin's birthday. I just realized that. June 3rd, 1981. He'll be 41 years old. He is old enough. Old enough to party. Not wrong. I didn't realize that until I just looked at it right now. I'm like, oh my God, it's McLaughlin's birthday. How could I possibly forget? Anyways, you know what also is pretty cool? The fact that August 19th is when high school football makes its glorious return. We are 86 days away from that happening. That should be a blast. We play Berea Mid Park week 1 at Berea Mid Park. And then, of course, the home opener is against North Royalton on August 26th. That should be fun. Already a way too early season prediction for the Hornets, 7-3. That's why I think the 3 losses will be to Talmadge, Barberton, and Aurora. Otherwise, I think we should be fine. I definitely think we should be one of the 16 teams in the playoffs this year. I don't know if we're going to be top seed like we were last year, but what I do know is that it's going to be a great year. Of course, so many returning players, but so many players leaving. But that means we have a lot of holes to fill in, and hopefully those holes get filled in. I have a good feeling they're going to get filled in. And that is just about it, folks. Till next week, you'll see me as someone who's graduated Highland. How about that? Goodbye, everyone.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.